It's January 19th, 2026. I'll be doing the Q&A this video. I'll try to keep it relatively short because there's a lot of questions and I don't want to spend like 30 minutes on each question type shit. Let me just let this I'll be quick about this vlog. So, yeah, recently this week hasn't been that busy if I'm being honest. It's mostly just introduction stuff. Um Yeah, all the classes are pretty easy. I don't really have much homework. That means I have a lot of time to do music, fortunately, and a lot of time to do my other projects that I'm still working on. And I just realized I just applied to this as a project manager, and I'm not gonna get it in as a project manager because I compare myself with these other people who's applying, and these guys are like seniors, juniors, just because they have just a lot more experience than me makes them just that much better. So I'll see the results tomorrow and I'll let you guys know about that part. But yeah, I say the goal of this entire week is to I say the goal is to finish a little bit of my blogs for my cybersecurity stuff, finish a song in FL Studio. That's pretty much it, low key. I don't have, like I said, I don't have too much homework. It's pretty chill. Like, think senior level type shit. Senior level second semester is that chill. Aside from Chinese is a little bit. Do have a quiz every day, but let's just get to the questions. I'll be using Discord, of course. Lumpy Larry, do you like being at USC? What's the tuition like? Great question, Raymond. So do I like being at USC? No, I don't like being at USC. I feel I don't have any much friends. Everyone here is low-key like a douche in a way. Bro, last like 2 months ago, they were making wheat brownies, like fucking Walter White type shit. Like, how degenerate can you be? Um, Bruh. And they were like, everyone hella rapes. I mean, it's UCSC, I guess. I don't know how they got in, but they probably fucking lied. So do I like being UCSC? Not really. The classes aren't eh. I don't have much friends, so it's kind of eh. Clubs are pretty good, but the clubs are clubs. It isn't part of my bigger schedule. I only can meet them like once a week. But I say the clubs are good. The clubs are good. Academic wise, I think is I'm heading towards a good direction. So I'm not happy about that at USC. This is part of the majority of why I'm still staying at USC because it's good for my career. Yeah, it's like it's lean on the bad side. What's the tuition like? I pay like a fucking nickel and then Big Mac burger, aka I pay around $305 this semester. If you add loans, it's probably around 2,000, 3,000. Made any friends yet, Bob? No, I have not made any friends. In fact, I probably lost more friends. And I mean actual friends, not just, yeah, no. How's my mental health? Are you having fun? I'm not really having fun, if I'm being honest. I do have a lot of fun when I do these clubs activities since I'm part of these clubs. I'm part of a lot of clubs. As I said, I didn't join any new clubs this semester because I don't find interest into those clubs. But when I do those clubs, it's really fun. And that's probably the majority of the fun at USC. That is at least with Hannah. Huh, but I say half the time I'm not having fun at USC. Yeah. How's my mental health? Well, the past week has been kind of bad. I haven't been feeling too happy because I don't have much friends and type shit. Yeah, type shit. Though I say it won't be like the fucking depression level or Jaden Chow level type shit. But it's definitely if this continues like this, it will definitely get there someday. Type shit. Cause like, bro, I don't have a friend group. I don't have a starter pack. I'm just left alone like a fucking pig in a cracker barrel. Yeah, there are no actual friends, unfortunately. Last time I cracked, about 2 hours ago. Blood asked what the situation is like. Yep. Do you think Hannah is my soulmate? No. I'm not sure this even is a thing that is a soulmate. Soulmates be really really hard. Like you need to have so much values and so much interest connected, because in a relationship you need to have values and interest. For interest, I feel like these two are the most important. So, do you guys watch anime? Do you guys watch the same shows? Do you guys play the same games? Do you guys join the same clubs? That's interest. Values, like how hard do you work? What's your goal in life? Do you want to start a family? And the thing with me with Hannah is that we pair a lot with values. Prior we prioritize like a work discipline style. We prioritize the family. We generally have good values. That's very similar to each other, and that's really good for the long term of our relationship. However, interest is that we can get a little bit wonky there in that we don't share too much interest, and it's it's not possible to force a person to be interested into something, which makes it kind of bad in our relationship. Because I don't play the game. I don't really play the games she plays. She plays a lot of like these niche games I never heard of, and like a lot of Roblox. But those Roblox games I never really heard of either. And she likes singing K-pop type shit. I don't really watch K-pop type shit. And just not having too much of a mutual interest is, I think, what's setting apart for me saying confidently that she's his soulmate. But other than that, I think she's a good person. Would you trade Tommy Anto for Samantha Gal without consequences? No, I would not. Samantha Gal is looking a bomb, and I don't want any date bums. And Samantha SJ is low-key like giving me bad vibes when I talk to her. She's like, yeah, yeah. Cause I already asked. I remember asking her. This is like months ago. Like, you should join this club. Like, oh, yeah, I'll join. I said, I'll join this club. Like, and I said, I'll join the club if you join the club. And she said, okay. Like, bro, am I a hole for trying to like connect to you more, or you just don't vibe with me? Am I not like Chinese enough? Am I just ugly? You could just say it without being a dick about it. But yeah, yeah. Did I answer the foot job method? No, I did not answer the foot job method, but I did touch her feet before. Prime HL, Prime SJ, Prime Hillary. Kiss, Mary, kill. Mary HL, kill SG, kiss Hillary. Replace Hillary with Toby. If I should say the question, who's saying these questions? More thought. Jaden Chow, Jaden Wu. Replace Hillary with Toby. If you could, um, things I don't really know Toby too much, and the fact that she does an art major, um, kind of like a little bit offsetting. But I need to know her more. So I say for now, probably the same thing, but kiss Toby. Yeah. If you could restart your college life, what would you do differently? Good question from Jana Wu. Um, Maybe join like low. I'm not really sure if I'm being honest. I can't make. The thing is, I did try to be social. I did try to be friends. I did join a lot of clubs. I did do well in my academics. I did these projects. I got a job. I did all of the things. I did all of these things correctly. Yet the position I am in right now, it's not. I wouldn't say I'm happy because of that. What I've done, and I feel like that's because it's inevitable. I can't force to have friends, and even if I force to have friends, then I won't be happy with those friends. So even if I said I want to be more social, I regret not having social, then how would I really get friends from being social if I'm just forcing it to be? It's like I can be friends with some random ass guy I met through like some career fair or like some meet your friends, like talk to some people. That shit's only gonna last like 1 week at most, 1 month at most. It's tier one friends. This isn't the type of friends that gonna make me happy. And just not having like a tier two friend is what makes me like kind of lonely right now. And until I find that person, until I find a group that share at least my major or any STEM values in computer science, then probably won't be able to make tier two friends. Unfortunately, unless they are, unless I constantly see them in class or constantly like every single day in the club, which is very very unlikely. So if I could restart college, I'd probably do nothing differently. But maybe one thing, I'd probably be more self aware in my relationship with HL, because I do think HL and us rushed the relationship too much, so I wasn't able to develop too much feelings for her, which causes a little bit of problems currently. Though we have some talks about it, so it's fine about that. But because she wanted a relationship with me when I wasn't too ready, but I just agreed and vibed with her, that created issues down the line. So I wish I was like, I should have be more communicative towards her and set my boundaries about that part and just say that I need more time. Because I did say I need more time, but by I need more time, I mean months, not just a few weeks until I could say yes. Because she was trying to convince me in a way. But yeah. So if JC's watching this and Big M is trying to back you actively, I say do not fall for the trap until you develop your own feelings towards her. This means no holding hands, no kissing, no nothing before declaring it official. Declare it official first, then you can do those things. Don't do the things before. Bentley Lee, let's get a little bit spicy. One thing you hate and like about everyone. Is this ninja referring to the server? I don't know. Maybe I'll just start. I'll start from the Discord. This server. Jaden Wu. Um. He's easy to get along with, type shit. But he does, is a little bit stupid and lazy sometimes. Raymond, he's a good person, but he's looking kind of like, kind of a little bit, he needs to log in. Bentley Lai, I'll skip this ninja. Derek Kwan, he's fun to be around, but he's too workaholic. Jane Chow, or Cho, Jane, I still don't, Jane Cho. He's funny to be around. He's good to be around. He's funny. However, I say he's very his personality wise, he's very avoidant in a way. If you get what I mean. So that could cause some problems. Well, that doesn't really cause problems for us because like I'm not fucking dated Jaden Chow, but I can see that being a problem for him being in a relationship with anyone. You need to be able to express your emotions actively and not really shy too much from them. MD, self-explanatory type shit. Tali. I mean, it's not really anything I dislike about him. It's like this. Tali's like this standard good NPC. There's not much to say about that. Peter and Nguyen. I don't know. Dylan. Yeah. I don't know. A good thing. Ethan. Ethan just a fucking NPC. Yeah. Next question. How long do I last in bed by Jaden Wu? The first time I did it, I lasted 1 minute and 7 seconds. Second time I did it, I lasted around 2 minutes. And but on average, usually 5 minutes to 10 minutes, on average. But that's including like breaks between like, because if I do it constantly for like 3 4 minutes, I will bust. But I can last 10 minutes with a little bit of control and a little bit of patience. But 10 minutes my max. But if I just keep on doing it, 2 or 3 minutes. Have I finished inside? No, I haven't. After you bust, you just sit there awkwardly before your penis recovers. Um, Not really. For blowjobs, then yeah, you probably will sit there awkwardly. And no, not probably. You will. So yeah, you gotta like just look at them and like just see their just see what you've done. It's kind of like post nut care, post nut clarity, and where you just see your girlfriend in a just having a mess because of you, because of your selfishness. So yes, you will sit there awkwardly. If you did blowjob before sex, it's a little bit different in that usually cuddle with them afterwards, so it's an as awkward and it's kind of like intimate in a sense. But it's based on what you do afterwards. You go for the finger method. What does that mean? You go the finger method after you bust? No. Keep these dog shit gifts. How much money is my bank account? Thanks, Raymond. I've been spending pretty badly recently. I haven't been keeping track of the money I spent, especially during the weekend. So bad spending habits. I'll work on that type of shit. And how much money? I think around 6,000 and 6,500 in my savings, Roth IRA, and investments, and like currently like 100 or 200 in my checking account. There's yeah, it's kind of ass right now. Kiss, Mary Kill, Ryan Talley, Mark Dong, Jaden Chow. Mary Ryan Talley. Kiss Mark Duong, kill Jane Chow. What you doing if Hanto Mantio cheats on you and had sexual intercourse with Bentley? I want your thoughts and feelings associated with your response. First of all, if I knew Hanto Mianto cheated on Bentley, I would block her on every single social media form. I won't ever talk to her again. And I'll also block Bentley too. Same thing. And I will probably feel, of course, betrayed, disgusted, sad, and broken. But at the end, I probably might feel relieved in that I don't need to deal with Tommy Anto cheating habits anymore, and I'll probably be like that picture of the chains and me being free type shit. Cause having a relationship where a person might like cheat or a relationship in general, it is tiring to deal with because you have a responsibility to take care of another person. So if you can't even take care of yourself, then you're gonna be a shitty boyfriend for your partner because you need to take care of her too. You need to be there for her, and you need to sacrifice like 20% of your day to be there for her. Even if it's like just hanging out, like you need to be doing something for her. Anyways, which is why I think no one in the server should have a girlfriend until sophomore year. What you doing if you went to a party, got drunk, and woke up the next day with JP? Jalen Boo says, what you doing if you went to the party, got drunk, and woke up next day with JP beside you in your bed and your asshole is throbbing in pain? I want your thoughts and feelings associated with your response. I'll fucking kill myself. Um, that means JP fucked me. But that's kind of opening a Pandora box type shit. JP is the one getting fucked. I'm not getting fucked. So why's my asshole hurting? Does that mean we did a threesome together? And if we did a threesome, who's the three? Yeah, I'm probably gonna cry because I just got raped. And I probably will have PTSD and will go to therapy, unfortunately. And maybe I'll become gay because, like, you know how those stories of, like, people who get raped become gay. Maybe I'll become gay with JP. Oh well. What do you make? What do you think the meaning of life is? I don't think life has a inherent meaning. It doesn't have a meaning, but that doesn't mean you can just die or whatever, because your life is to create meaning in life. Because if you die, nothing's gonna happen. I believe in determinism in that every single action was a result of a previous action, thus you don't have free will. And I still believe that since, well, if everything's predetermined and follows this line of thought or line of consequence and effect, then there can't be meaning from that if there's no expansion or free will from that line. So there's no meaning to life, but it doesn't mean you can be happy in your life and to be fulfilled. Because you're being given this gift of life, you should make a decent effort to live that life instead of surviving or being a bum in that life, in a sense. And yeah. Tali, how about what makes Simon happy or what has been his biggest accomplishment? Thank you, Tali, for the normal question. What makes me happy? I'd say what makes me happy is hmm, making a impact on other people via my music and or progressing my career and professionally in cybersecurity, because having a stable future and where I have a stable job with a good salary I know it will bring me a lot of happiness. It will bring me peace in a sense. And I feel like when I'm turned 40 or 50 or 30, I will value peace and stability a lot more than risk and then passion and impact like right now. And once I reach that stability, I don't need to stress anymore. And if I don't have stress in my life, then life would be just so much easier for me with a good job and something, and I could just like have fun on the time I don't work at my job. Like, I could just be vacationing. I could be having kids. I talk to, working on my hobby still, and not just having that stress lingering behind my mind, like about a test or about my funds, about paying rent. I vision would be bring me happiness. Thus, working towards something, my career, or towards something progressive in my life is what makes me happy. And what's my biggest accomplishment? Probably my either my certifications in cybersecurity or my YouTube channel. How big it is? Verified by HL, it's 6 inches. What would you do if you were at a party and six guys carry HL and then you get kicked out of the party and her phone is dead for 16 to 17 hours? I probably would kill myself on the road. Play, molest, rape, kill for Jaewoo, Miss Pen, and the Jeep. This guy is fucking ill. Holy ill in the head. Mark Duong. Play, molest, rape, kill for Jaewoo, Miss Pan, and your Jima. I got. Usually there's a good option, but there's molesting and raping is the same thing. Okay, I would kill my Jima because I'm not gonna touch her. I will molest Jaewoo, and I will rape Miss Pan. Say one good thing and one thing that needs to be improved for everyone, but professionally and sexually speaking. Okay, that means what I'm referring from it is that career wise and behavioral wise. So I say for career wise, everyone needs to be more self driven, more to take more initiative in their life. So if you have free time, that doesn't make you just do whatever with that free time. You should take initiative towards something you want to work on, something bigger. It doesn't have to be specifically towards your career. It could be working on a hobby that you like. It could be learning a new skill, and then taking that initiative to learn something that takes effort. What I think is the most important part of your skill set, of your discipline, of your passion in life. And once you have that discipline, you will succeed in your career because you won't be lazy. You will take every chance you're given for granted, and you'll take that initiative. So using that free time efficiently would be probably the most practical good thing that everyone can improve on right now. Sexually speaking, given the relationship I am in right now, I can confidently say that no one is ready for a relationship in this server by far. Maybe AK is ready, but I feel like AK's GPA would go down a little bit, and he probably shouldn't let his GPA go down for a relationship. Just he would be a good boyfriend, but it takes sacrifice to have a girlfriend. Like for example, let's say Jay and Chow and Big M. Do I see them being in a relationship, and how could they be improved? Right now, I think he can improve on pretty much everything. Like pretty much what everything I improved on, because what I learned from HL is communication, being gentle, being a gentleman, and a lot of like compassion and empathy and understanding and accountability. I feel like those values are really important in a relationship. And truly, because you will fail, you will get into arguments with your partner. And if you don't just have that baseline of time to dedicate towards that too, or that baseline of matureness to dedicate your relationship, then you just those talks or those communications or accountability just won't happen. And the least thing you want in a relationship is to not have accountability. So basically, what you could do right now to be improved for everyone, I'd say be less stuck up, improve, take accountability. Not just to like mistakes you've done, but accountability to your schedule, accountability to the promises you made in general in life. Do you actually like Tom Manto, or do you want to just have fun? I do like Tom Manto, but in a way, if I'm being honest, a quarter, like I had this talk between Tom Manto, and she said, "Am I really dating you because I like you, or just because I'm lonely?" This is some slattery type shit. And she said, "I think I'm dating you because I just really like you," because she says, "I still feel lonely, but yet I still date you. Doesn't that mean I'm dating you because I like you? Because if I were lonely and I dated you to be date you because I was lonely, then I would not feel lonely because of that." And that was just interesting thing she brought up. And yeah, do you like actually like Top Mentor? Yes, I do. But I actually had talked with her today, and we're gonna have a little bit space for the next week because, like I said about the values and interest, unfortunately, I said to her, and we actually agreed on this topic that it'll be really hard for us to be together for the next 2 or 3 years, because looking through it a realistic lens, we don't share the same major. We have different interests. We Once we separate from the dorms, which is our biggest aspect of our relationship, then it'll be extremely hard to maintain second year. And that will really test our relationship. And just because we don't share the same interest and only values, not having that interest to build or like connect together would be really struggle for our relationship. And that's why we're gonna take a break for the next week, just to like work on ourselves a little bit and just realize what our relationship really is. But yes, we do actually like each other, and I would not be in a relationship to have fun. I don't believe in hookups. I don't believe in one times. I date to be them for long term and hopefully marry. Do you still watch hentai? Yes, I do. I don't watch hentai. I read hentai. Do you like UFC? I responded, no, I don't. Would you get hard if Hamlet got bent over and railed by a horse? Maybe. Do you still masturbate? Yes, I do. If so, is it to Hana exclusively? No. Sometimes I jack out to hentai. But what I feel like this is the feeling I get now. Whenever I jack off, always think of Hannah in some way. She's always in the back. She's kind of like always. I'm thinking jacking off. I'm kind of thinking of her too. Even if I'm watching hentai. Do you think she smells good? Yes. Do you think Tommy Antos is fat? She's on the thicker side, so a little bit. Would you want her to be a bit slimmer? Yes. But she's going to the gym with me, so that's fine. Have you seen her, Julius Fong, have intercourse? I've not seen Julius Fong have intercourse, but I have heard that Julius Fong has intercourse over 7 times. What was your worst day at USC? Why, what happened? Probably the second week of USC. I had what I had no friends. I didn't had Hannah at that moment. I had no classes, so I was just kind of stuck in my PC doing nothing entire day. And what made the day even worse is that whenever I went to like get lunch or anything, whenever I would eat alone, I would see these big ass friend groups just talk to each other, and that in a way gave me, and I envied them for having such big friend groups, cause from the previous week I was already feeling really depressed and very lonely, because I did not vibe with any of the events. I did not have any friends, and seeing everyone having fun, and just enjoying their time at USC and me not having fun really stings because I feel jealous because shouldn't I have that fun? Like what have I done wrong to not done that? And even if the people I talk to, they aren't really my friend because, well, we don't share a real big connection. We'll be forcing a friend if that's gonna happen. It's my worst day at USC. Why? What happened? It's probably during one of the events, the Welcome Week events, and I went there alone to hope to find some friends, and I ended up feeling more shitty afterward because I just did not. I hated seeing everyone have fun and me just sitting there alone. And that's like the worst feeling I typically get in USC. What was my best day at USC? Probably being with Hannah, with one of our dates. Maybe I think one of them would be watching Interstellar together and going to a restaurant. Other would be you going to Universal Studios and going on the rides with her. Or probably another one would be going to Santa Monica Beach with her. And it'd be fun just talking to her because she's very easy to talk to. She's very comforting. And I know I said a lot about values and interests about her, but she has a personality where I really look towards a relationship where a person can value matureness while also having a sense of humor and being funny. And got she unlocks those three traits I look forward to because she's very mature, extremely mature even, and she knows how to talk. She knows how to be accountable. She knows what she says, and she's accountable for her career. She respects. She's hardworking, and goofy, and being funny. She likes being goofy. She can say 6'7". She can say all that brain rot shit, and laugh it off. So she isn't. Her personality in a way isn't restrictive. She's very like chill in that sense, and just because of those three values is what makes me so interested to her. And if I even if like there's like Toby, who's I say is like a little bit more attractive, and it's an introvert, which I prefer, just because Toby doesn't. Hypothetical. If Toby doesn't have that matureness or that passion to learn, then I would not be too interested into her because I really need that matureness to actually do something in your life, and also having that kind of nerdy and stupid personality that what makes our relationship fun. Yeah. Well, going back, probably one of our dates with my Hannah, and why? Because they're just comforting. Going out somewhere nice, eating with someone you like, and just being overall like going outside, breathing fresh air, having someone you are comfortable with and you know will have fun with. But my second best day at USC, watching Demon Slayer with Tim. Have I smoked, done drugs, streams? If yes to any, how was it? I done zero, and I won't do any drugs. Do you see yourself with Hannah Tiamianto for the rest of my life? If we don't do anything about it, about our current relationship, which we are still discussing, then no, because she wants to travel everywhere because she's a global studies major, and she comes from multiple countries. So, but for me, I see myself in California, staying for like some tech career, and then settling like some city called like Irvine for like the rest of my life. But she's very active in her life and where she wants to travel everywhere. She wants to live everywhere. She wants to do some this that, and just that goal in life is what doubting me from seeing myself in Hannah Talmianto for the rest of my life. Just that overall end goal of life. Do you enjoy the? Do you actually enjoy it? Yes, I would. I wouldn't spend $40 a week if I didn't enjoy it. Tell me a red flag you see in her. I always said one red flag to her, because that's the only one I can think of. But she does get defensive at sometimes. Like I would say something to her, like I think you should work on this because blah blah blah, blah. And she's like, no shh, and that's like really toxic in a way. If you don't really listen to what the person says and acknowledge it, and at least like understand what their viewpoint is. But that was like in the beginning where she was really defensive about it. But now she really improved upon that part. Just listen to me out on just listen to me out first, and I really appreciate that. So, red flag would be a little bit defensive, but that's she improved on it, so it's fine. Ending news quarter, I mean semester, nothing. I'll be staying with the same classes. In terms of classes, really easy. In terms of friends, zero. Anything extra, zero. Boring as shit semester. I probably will be more depressed. Do you feel lonely, especially during the times where Hannah's busy? You are not with her. Yes, I do. Every single day, I feel lonely at some period in my life because I don't have friends. I don't have anyone, and I'm just grinding the day off. I don't really think much. I don't want to think much about my day because it's kind of depressing. Just working 8 to 5 job, then working on whatever on my computer. I don't really hang out with too much people. However, it will get better because club season. I just joined a lot of fucking clubs, and it's really fun having club meetings because for me, since I joined 3 clubs, there's club meeting almost every single day. So Tuesday there's game development club, Wednesdays there's cybersecurity club, and Fridays is usually League of Legends. So just because 3 days, I'll have something to look forward to every single week, and that would pretty much what brings me alive in this school. If I didn't have those, then I'll probably commit suicide at this point. But just because I had those clubs, it's been bearable for sure, and it's really fun because I do have a lot of friends in those clubs, but not like actual friends. Do I feel lonely? So yeah, I do feel lonely. But in sometimes I just like it's good. So I just like my own personal space. Like yesterday, I wanted to just not to, I talked to Hannah a little bit, but I just wanted to be on my computer, just talk to no one, and I did feel lonely at that period. Back at you. Do you think Hannah's more sharp than you? I think I'm a little bit more chopped than her, but I think we're on the same level, low key. So I think I'm kind of like I think I'm a little bit above average, but at times when I see her, she's like really attractive, objectively, and people acknowledge her because since she's like a staff at like USC doing work, she actually got like I'm pretty sure like what do you call it, like banged on, like rizzed by like five guys already. So I think that tells a lot that she already got rizzed. Try to be rizzed on like five guys. So like, what's your number? Like you're looking good right now. And if she get rizzed by five times in like 1 month, then that definitely tells a lot. And even in her high school, she was like the popular girl. Yeah. Do you think Hannah much up? Yeah, already answered. Objectively rate Hannah out of 10. Personality, probably like a 9. Looks probably like a 7.5. First, just appearance, yeah. Describe her personality with an animal. A weasel. Would you still love her if she became a worm? I would love her. If she was a Adam, if I would love her. If she was Hillary, I would love her. That's a strict question. JC, if Big M ever says, "Would you love me if I was a worm?" Always say yes. Do not say no. That's a trick question. If you say no, scrap it. Would you kill any of us for $1 million? I would do the person knows I kill them? No, I wouldn't kill anyone because I will be making $1 million in like 10 years, like 4 years anyways. What three things that made you fall in love with Hannah? Her matureness, like I said, her comedy, and her compassion and kindness towards me. And fourth, her understanding, which comes kind of from matureness. Okay, just dog shit. Do you feel like you would marry her in any scenario? I'm not gonna like completely block the scenario that I'm not gonna marry her, but yes. All the doctors I'm good, like some Doctor Strange type shit, like there is more than just one occurrences where I marry her. It's definitely still possible if we talk about it and if we realize that our differences are differences and respect our differences instead of trying to force each other to be more similar and force our relationship to be like better or more assimilated. And if we are able to respect each other differences, then I think we'll be a good match because our values are the same. We agree on the same things. And interest is what gets you into the relationship, but values is what makes you last in that relationship. Cause like JC could like bag a data science girl because of their interest, but 10 years later they fucking divorced because they don't share the same values. So like they don't want to have a kid or like his girlfriend is just like really dirty and JC just absolutely hates that shit. We need the same values type shit. Yeah. I would say here sometimes. If you guys break up, how would you feel? I feel I already answered that question, but probably broken. Reflective in what I did wrong and try to improve it. Do you think she is your first true love, a fleeting romance? Yes, she is my first true love. How do I rate my relationship compared to others? Like happiness wise, it's a little bit rocky since we rushed our relationship. So I say it's a little bit lower than a regular relationship, just because we rushed it a little bit because she wanted a relationship so bad. She rushed me in a sense, and that didn't give me time to develop feelings for her properly. So I would say it's a little bit lower, but long term wise, I would say it's much higher than most people because we we essentially agree on each other that this we are not the type of person who will break up based on like over like a problem or a argument, but our relationship is more of a long term thing, and most people around us definitely agree with that. I heard you guys aren't official publicly, but how come? I mean, we're official. I mean, you might heard some stuff from Julius Fong, AK, but he's just saying some random ass stuff, low key. I think so. But yeah, we aren't official publicly because we try to make our relationship more private. But we have made our relationship official, but we just don't say it because we don't feel a need to. We don't feel a need to like say it publicly. When she rants to you, do you actually listen? Um, I do listen, and if you don't listen, then she will break up with you essentially. At least, cause she will quiz you if you don't listen. She'll quiz like, "What do you think?" And if you blanked out at that moment, then you'll be looking like a fucking clown. What's the best thing of having a girlfriend? By AK. Um, always having someone to be around with, and always having that someone to always support you in whatever you do. Cause like if you're feeling sad, you know someone you can talk to. If you have stomach ache, someone will be there for you. If you want to share a happy moment with them, there's someone to be there with you. And you just want to be you just want to be happy over the weekends. There's someone to be there with you that can share the happiness. There's always someone who can support you, and you can find happiness with them, and that's probably the best part of a relationship, that your life can be more happy and meaningful with someone. But what's the worst thing? Definitely responsibility. You have to deal with their problems, and you have to sacrifice quite a bit of your time, which means maybe sacrificing your grades, which is no one in the server is kind of ready for. How long do I see this relationship lasting? 2 years, 1 year. If we figure out something, part into marriage. If you guys broke up, how hurt would I be? Pretty hurt, but not like fucking Villa Escalade or like fucking Thorfinn type shit. For me, cause I'm not very an emotional person, so it's hard for me to develop a very like strong disdain, but will be back in my mind for quite a bit of while. You ever jerk off so long by Bentley lie? You ever jerk off so long you start shooting blanks? This fucking guy. Of course. I started shooting blood one time before. And that's all the questions. I made it pretty quick. Hopefully I answered most of them in a proper manner. And that's gonna be it. See you at Fudgy Ninjas. It's 4:40 a.m.